On the internet. I read about him. And then I thought he's a very interesting fellow and I thought I might meet him.
I think I've heard his name from maybe a radio show, or maybe I read something about him online, maybe on Wikipedia or something like that.
Well, see, I met him, actually, he was playing basketball on one of the university courts, and I noticed that he wasn't particularly good at it, so I kind of walked up to him and I gave him a few pointers. It's kind of out of character for me to do that, but, I just found it particularly interesting, and we struck up a conversation.
He used to train the teams for the surf boat ride and be the sweep.
He was the very first person I ever met in my very first lecture. So that's how I met Arthur J. Williams.
Just an interesting character.
As far as I knew, he didn't have anything of significance to me.
We just started getting to know each other a lot better, so he's a very dear friend.
Which is kind of strange in itself. I think it's ironic, to tell the truth. So what he means to me is irony. If a person could encapsulate irony, it would be him.
Probably go sailing on one of his yachts.
I would visit some of the many friends that I apparently seem to have. He's such a sociable person, and so I would definitely make sure that I would have a lot of memorable catch-ups.
He likes to be in the environment and enjoying himself.
I'd probably just like him go for a bike ride because that's what he does.
I'd imagine it'd be the very basic stuff, chicken and veg, meat and veg.
Oh my gosh, I've seen him devour an entire plate of chicken schnitzel once. It was amazing. It was like a 2-for-1 deal, and so we both got a plate. And it was honestly the size of the table, and he just downed it. So I reckon chicken schnitzel's his favourite.
Kale smoothies.
Lebanese bread, I don't know. Maybe I am totally off the mark, but I think I did read something about that.
Lebanese. Stuff like hummus, tabbouleh, with baba ganoush.
I'd say deceptive is the word I'd use.
Polarising.
Sprightly.
Colourful.
I would say driven. Driven to succeed.
One thing he said to me was, which I thought was, better to ask forgiveness than permission.
Sometimes you really just have to believe in yourself and believe in your own abilities.
To be driven. He drove. He was a driver.
I suppose it'd be to live my life to the fullest, guilt-free, and just not worry about what other people think.
Take it as it comes, enjoy this, look at this wonderful vista here of the surf, the sun. What more can anybody want? Life is absolutely perfect.
I don't think so. Frankly, I don't think he's a hero.
No, I don't think he could call him a hero. Not with his hidden past.
Oh, well then yes, absolutely. I can see him being a hero.
I don't know if you'd idolise a person like that. I think he's an alright person, but I wouldn't say he's a hero. A hero is somebody you look up to and want to emulate.
I think I'll leave that for others to judge.
Well, it was a bit of a shock to me to hear about this because, he presents as a friendly, reasonably intelligent guy who's had a background with the community and in business. So it was a great shock when I read the media report.
Because once the media gets their hands on it, they make their own story and it goes its own way. So I don't know if it's actually all true.
I really think that it was taken out of context, for one, by a lot of the people who spread it. And beyond that, I really just think that it was a situation that could have been avoided altogether, and it just wasn't his fault. I'm going to stick up for him.
That's very interesting because on one hand, I totally agree with what he did and what he said.
Once again, I don't know how you could believe all controversies, if all controversies are true or not, or they're rumours. I choose to give him the benefit of the doubt, to tell the truth.
That's only hearsay. I can't say that it's actually true. I've only heard it from a friend of a friend.
One just wouldn't believe that Arthur was capable of this. But it just shows you.
Arthur, Art, how the hell have you been? It's been a while.
I would say thank you for your contribution to society and for bringing up some points that we never really thought about before.
Oh, I would hope that he wasn't in the room.
Do you want to go for a beer?
I'll have pepperoni on mine.
So what I'd say to him is that he had a lot of apologising to do to the people that he hurt very badly.
I guess I'd say something like that, but we're not dealing in the realm of possibility here.
And I believe that the way people will remember him beyond that terrible controversy is the fact that the man always had a smile on his face, you know, no matter what was going on in his life. I believe that he was an incredibly positive person, and I think that's something that people will really remember him by.
I think they'll think of him, as I said before, a colourful local identity that brought some vibrancy and life to the area.
And whenever his name is mentioned, that's the first thing that's going to come into people's mind, and it will be the first thing that'll come into my mind too.
I hope people do remember him, but doesn't seem very likely.
Arthur J. Williams would like to be remembered in his way. In the way that he portrayed himself. He chose to portray himself in society. Yet, to those of us who knew him, we all knew things about Arthur J. Williams, the person, that he didn't know we knew, as I said earlier. So we'll all remember him in our own unique way, and I guess that just proves how remarkable of a person Arthur J. Williams is. It's almost as if no one will really know who he was.